My name is Prince Khalid. I am 33 years old and on a bright morning in Riyadh, I was led to the center of Dara Square to be executed for leaving Islam. The sword was raised above my neck and the crowd fell silent. But before the blade could fall, the sky itself turned against the moment. A violent sandstorm swept through the city, blinding everyone in its path. I should have died that day. But God had another plan. Let me tell you how a Saudi prince who once bowed before royal power came to bow before the living Christ. I am the third child of a distant cousin to King Salman, which means that I was born into a royal family though not into the immediate line of succession. From the day I was born, my life was wrapped in luxury and strict rules. I grew up inside tall palace walls where marble floors shone brighter than mirrors and fountains ran with cold water even in the heat of the desert. Servants bowed when I walked past. Guards stood at every door. My father, Prince Fahd, was a respected man known for his devotion to Islam and his loyalty to our family. My mother was gentle, loving, and strong. From her, I learned kindness. From my father, I learned discipline. My earliest memories were of the royal mosque near our palace where I began learning the Quran when I was only 4 years old. Every morning before breakfast, my teacher, Sheikh Abdul Rahman, would sit with me and my brothers. He had a long white beard and a voice that carried both authority and warmth. He would say, "Khalid, remember, every word of Allah you memorize will shine like a light in your heart." I wanted that light. So, I worked hard. By the time I was 10, I could recite long surahs from memory. And my father was proud. We prayed 5 times a day, fasted during Ramadan and gave zakat to the poor. Religion was not just faith in our house. It was our life, our culture and our identity. I never questioned it. I only knew that being a good Muslim meant obeying, respecting, and serving. Life inside the royal compound was like living in another world. We had private tutors for every subject. Math, science, English, history, and Quranic studies. My days were full of lessons, sports, and ceremonies. I rode horses in the palace courtyard, learned to shoot arrows, and studied leadership from military officers. Everyone told me that one day I would serve as a governor or advisor in our royal administration. I was expected to be strong, confident, and wise. Yet, even as a teenager, when I had everything a young man could want, expensive cars, servants, and respect, something inside me felt empty. I couldn't explain it then. It was like standing in the middle of a grand banquet with 1,000 dishes, but having no appetite. At night, when the palace became quiet and the city lights of Riyadh twinkled like stars, I often sat by my window and looked out over the desert. I would see the dunes stretching endlessly under the moonlight and wonder what lay beyond them. I was supposed to feel blessed, and I did. But I also felt trapped. Everything in my life had already been decided for me. One evening during dinner, he said, "Khalid, you've been quiet lately. Have your years in the West made you soft?" I smiled politely and said, "No, Father. They've made me think." He frowned, clearly uncomfortable with my answer. "Too much thinking can be dangerous," he warned. I nodded. But in my heart, I knew that silence was even more dangerous. Something inside me was awakening. A desire to know truth, not just tradition. That night, as I lay in my bed, I remembered Daniel's words about love and forgiveness. I remembered the peace I had seen on people's faces when they prayed to Jesus. I didn't yet believe as they did, but I couldn't forget what I had felt. The palace walls no longer comforted me. They reminded me of everything I didn't understand. I wanted to know God, not only through rituals and laws, but through a relationship of the heart. As I drifted to sleep, I looked out my window at the same desert that had surrounded me since childhood. It was quiet, vast, and beautiful. Somewhere in that silence, a question rose from deep within my soul. A question that would change the course of my life forever. Please, for more chilling true story like this, subscribe to this channel and also comment and share. Thanks and God bless you, person with praying hands.